Hi everyone and welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. This is going to be a collective message for all zodiac signs here. So we're going to take a look and see why did your connection fail, okay? Why didn't it necessarily work out in the way that you wanted for it to have unfolded? Why didn't necessarily this union manifest? What were some of the blockages that hindered and stunted the growth of this connection? I guess this reading is more specifically tailored for those of you who have broken, who have experienced some emotional turbulency or have experienced the breakdown of a connection, of a relationship here, or even if you're at a bit of a discord or disconnection with someone, or even if someone, like for instance, has ended things abruptly with you, they may have ghosted you. So we'll see what messages are coming up around this connection and maybe what lessons here you needed to learn, during this painful emotional experience. This is going to be a general reading, guys. Please keep that in mind. If you're after a personalized tarot reading with myself, please feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address below the video here where the show more section is. Okay, I'm sure we have room for one more. Okay, everyone that you've loved and everything that you loved about this person is going to come back ruthlessly for you, okay, with that same intensity, with that same connection here. The things that you've reached for from out of this person and out of this connection here, the things that you were deeply hopeful for, they will reach back to you. Unfortunately, I don't think this was the person to have given back to you the love that you have given to them, or at least not at this particular point in time. You need to understand that everything that you ached for, okay, all the heartbreak, the pain, the emotional anguish, and all the discomfort here that you've experienced from out of this relationship, from out of this connection here, and for everything that you've wanted, okay, and everything that you've desired and you longed for and you ached for, and everything that didn't necessarily work out, that you may feel as that may have broken you, or it may have reduced you, or you feel like it's maybe ruined you. It made you feel a little bit less worthy, but that's not the case. That's not at all the case. In fact, it's built you, it's strengthened you, and I can see that there was a lot of pain. Okay, there was a lot of pain. Could have been infidelity, disloyalty, dishonesty here, a lot of deception, deceit, a lot of hurt, a lot of betrayal here. But this taught you things about yourself here, okay? This taught you things about the person that you were supposed to be. And this person that's come into your life, okay, you've given a big part of yourself to this person, and they may not have given that back to you, that love that you've given to this person, okay? They may not have given that back to you, but what they did for you is they guided you to the person that you are supposed to be, okay? They helped shape you, they helped you grow, they challenged you, right? So I think it's very important that you understand that, things, they didn't go according to your original plan, right? Okay, you had built up expectations and visions and intentions for this connection, and look, some of it was unrealistic, but that's what happens when you just get caught up and swept up in the whirlwind of it all. But I think that for some of you, you may be feeling utterly confused and very lost right now, very directionless here. It may feel like everything is falling apart, and that there was nothing or even very little for you to salvage from out of this connection. However, you have to understand that what you're going through right now is a transition period. Okay, it's uncomfortable, right? There's a lot of discomfort here. There's a lot of pain. It's very unsettling. It's very unnerving. There's a lot of confusion. It's like a very disorientating kind of energy that I'm picking up. This is because you're changing, okay? Things are changing, whether for you and this connection, for you and this relationship, or for you as an individual. And you probably can't actively see that yet, but I think that whatever it is that you're feeling, even if you can't necessarily identify an emotion to it, but that's essentially part of you going through this transition. Okay, that's you evolving to the person that you were always meant to be, and you're growing. And I feel like this person has come into your life, and even though they hurt you, I think that pain is useful to you. Okay, yes, I know they could have taught you a lesson some other way, right? A lot less painful way. But I think that everything that worked out, and more specifically what didn't work out, essentially is building you to be the person, okay, that you're supposed to be. Don't seek revenge. Don't seek revenge. If anything, find it in your heart to forgive this person, even if they don't come in with an apology, even if they're not necessarily sorry. You don't have to prove that they were wrong and you were right. You don't have to prove that you're the victim. You may have been a victim to their hurt and their pain and these circumstances, but if you keep telling yourself that narrative, you keep reliving that victim reality here. So there's no point in them hurting you back. There's no point in you lashing out at them. There's no point in you holding on to anger, hurt, or resentment. You're going to get nothing back in return. Okay, so learn to forgive. I feel like it's very important that be so secure in who you are and who you're meant to be that you're not going to go out and seek retaliation or seek revenge here. I mean, you're better than that, right? Let them think whatever they want to think. Let them act however they want to act. You have to shake off their pain. You have to shake off their hurt. I'm not saying dismiss it, okay? I'm not saying dismiss it. You have to feel these range of emotions that I'm seeing in the energy. If you're hurting, feel the hurt. If you're angry, feel the anger. And if you feel rejected, feel all of it. Get it out of your system. Feel it to heal it. Put yourself on a path to wellness and journey and healing here. But don't stay in that emotional state. Okay, allow yourself to be hurt, allow yourself to be angry, but don't stay there. Okay, continue to thrive. Also, I'm getting that someone has given up, and I don't know if this is you or if this person has pushed you to sort of give up on the idea of romanticizing love. And you need to turn it inwards here. Okay, so give up the idea that someone is going to come and save you, someone is going to come and rescue you and save your drowning soul. Instead, be your own, be your own glimmer of light here. Okay, try not to depend on anything or anyone outside of yourself to make you feel worthy or make you feel whole. And I think that whatever has happened here, I think that your person and their energy, and perhaps it was a lot of, for some of you, it may not just have been one singular person and romantic energy that has taught you some of these lessons. But I think that for some time, I'm seeing that there's been multitude partners in which you kept it's like you were feeding someone, you were giving them the power to give you validation, okay? Or you were giving them the power, you were handing over your happiness to this, the key to your happiness to this person here. Okay, the love that you have from yourself, for yourself, it needs to come from within. So start today, start loving yourself unconditionally, and you're going to attract someone who's going to be a vibrational alignment and a vibrational match for you here. I do think that from what I'm seeing, there was just so many lessons here that this person has taught you here. I know they were imperfect, and I know they were prone to making mistakes here, and you as well. But you need to stop searching, either stop making excuses for them, or you need to stop depending on this person or on external forces, external influences to fulfill you here. Allow yourself to be healed, to be evolved, and to be transformed by this difficult journey, because that's what it was. It was a difficult journey. Okay, there was a lot of love here, but I'm also seeing that there was a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of deception, a lot of betrayal. It does feel like the two of you are still very much energetically attached. There's an emotional thread that still connects the two of you together, and it may have twisted a little bit, may have twisted and turned a little bit, but it's still connecting you. The reason for this is, for some of you, maybe this is someone whom you've let this person go, but see, for someone, I think you have to understand that this person is just a passing character in the book of your life. They've come into your life to teach you a certain lesson here, to help you experience certain things. Yes, some of them were painful, some of them were very emotionally evoking, some of them were very difficult and challenging and discomforting here. And they taught you certain lessons, they've allowed you to experience certain emotions and certain things in life, but these different emotions essentially are part of you growing and evolving, or even maybe to help you show to love yourself better, find your worth, what you will and what you won't tolerate. And I understand that these type of people, even though they may have caused you a lot of pain, they are just passing characters, and yes, they will be difficult to replace, and they may even be irreplaceable here. But when the time has come, if they no longer serve, if you outgrew each other, if you outgrew the love for each other, and if you just simply, because sometimes we just outgrow people, relationships, situations. It's important for you to learn that, and it's important for you to see the necessity in letting someone go, even if you don't necessarily want to, even if you don't necessarily agree with it wholeheartedly, right? At the beginning, it's going to hurt, but I feel like that kind of hurt, you may feel as though it's weakening you, but it's strengthening you, and that kind of hurt might follow you everywhere you go. However, over time, that hurt will leave you. That hurt will leave you, and it'll become less painful here. A lot less painful, a lot less hurtful. After a while, the hurt will feel a lot less. And here's the thing, I think some of you are just only now starting to see, or you need to see, okay? You need to see what they did, why they did what they did, okay? Why they said what they said. I'm getting the message of acceptance here, okay? You have to start to see the reason. You have to start to learn the lesson here, because there is a lesson. There is, there's a multitude lessons here as well. There's a lot of, and I can see that there was a lot of expectations that the two of you had for each other and for this connection. And unfortunately, it didn't necessarily transpire in the way that you wanted it for it to have transpired. But I think it's important for you to know that you do deserve the world and everything in it. All the love, all the attention, all the respect. To love someone and be loved back by this person. To love someone and have them give you and have them love you back with that same love. Someone who's going to reciprocate and parallel and match your efforts here. And you know what? Sometimes, guys, there's such a thing as loving someone too much. Because I feel like for some of you, you've lost yourself. Why do I get this? Remember how at the start of the reading we spoke about confusion, disorientation. It feels like it's more a directionless kind of energy. You may feel very hurt. You may feel very lost here. And perhaps, and I am picking up a lot of pain, but perhaps the most painful thing that you're feeling is that you've lost yourself in the process of loving someone, of loving this person too much. So much so that you forgot who you are, and you forgot that you need to be loved in return, and you deserve love and respect. Okay, and you forgot that you are special too. So this is why you feel like a little bit lost, a little bit confused, a little bit disorientated here. Okay, because I think for some of you, you're only now realizing that you have done so much for someone that the next possible step that you could do is just stop. Is walk away, is you're not giving up. It's not a sense of you giving up. It's just that you need to learn to draw the line. Okay? You need to learn to say when is enough, especially if you're not getting back the same in return. Okay? If you're giving all this love, but if it's not shared here. And I think for some of you, I feel like you've loved this person with everything that you had. You loved too much. You loved them too frequently, too often, and too intensely. And it just feels like this person, unfortunately, wasn't able to love you in the way that you deserve to be loved. They weren't able to love you, enough maybe. So I see that one of the lessons that you need to learn, and some of the mistakes that you've made, is that you lost yourself in the process of loving someone so strongly, so intensely, that you forgot who you are, and you forgot that you deserve love too, didn't you? Okay, so now all of a sudden turn all that love that you have, because there's a lot of love in your energy and you've got so much love to flow it towards someone, but that love that you have here, turn it inwards. Okay, turn it inwards. Start loving yourself here. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing and subscribing to the channel. I just want to thank you guys for your time, your energy, your attention, and for everyone who's reached out to me for a personal tarot reading. Thank you so much for sharing your story with me. Do take care guys, and I wish you all the best on this journey of healing, on this journey of wellness, and on the road to recovery, on the road to loving yourself a little bit more.